I love the old Pokemon games. You do know that Sun and Moon were announced, right? Thank God I'm getting sick of these stupid overpowered psychic types. Pokemon Sun and Moon confirmed 11 out of 10 would avoid Sarah Bane talking to us again. Generation 7, how long we've waited for you. We got to enjoy X and Y, and then a remake of Ruby and Sapphire, even though they didn't give us the Battle Tower. Now before I start off this video, keep in mind that I literally know zero information about these games, other than their names Pokemon Sun and Moon, and they're coming out around the holidays in 2016. Like, I'm not even 100% sure if they're new main series games. That's how in the dark I am. So if they aren't, I'm gonna look pretty stupid. But it's not like that hasn't happened on the internet before, so... By the way, all that stuff I just said was an invitation to inform me. I'm generally trying to stay in the dark for this entire generation so I can get as much of a blind playthrough as possible. Which also means this video is going to be spoiler free, considering that I haven't even seen the trailer myself. Anyways, Pokemon has had either great ideas from the past that they should bring back, or bad ideas from the past that they can't seem to get rid of. So I'm here to tell you all about the top 5 things I want in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Let's go. Now don't get me wrong, I love Pokemon X and Y, but the amount of new Pokemon that they add to the mix is pretty small, which is understandable considering the fact that they pretty much had to build an entire game on a new system from the ground up. But still, 60-something is a pretty small number. I'm not expecting as many Pokemon as they were in Generations 1 or 5, but about 100 new ones would be good, and hopefully the majority of them aren't dex fillers, like you, or you, or you. Why are you even a Remember the days when everything in Pokemon games wasn't handed to you on a silver platter? When Pokemon catching tutorials were optional and the dude that taught you was getting over a hangover? When you weren't stopped every 5 goddamn seconds in the beginning of the game so that NPCs could teach you tutorial bullcrap that should come across as common sense? Remember when it took more than 2 Pokemon to get to the Elite Four? Yes? Well, apparently half the people my age don't. I think we can all agree that Pokemon X and Y were pretty easy. With the experience share, you could very easily get through the game with little to no grinding, and NPCs were just constantly handing Pokemon to you left and right. Seriously, you get a Kanto starter, a free Lucario, and a Lapras just by going through the story. The game was a breeze, more so because of the experience thing. And I know what you're gonna say. Why don't you just turn off the experience share? That makes the game way harder. And yes, I know this. In fact, I'm nuzlocking Y version with the experience share off at all times, and I still haven't beaten it yet. But here's the thing. X and Y were designed with the idea that you were going to have the experience share on at all times. Without it, you're going to be doing a crap ton of grinding. So why don't they just do the level scaling the way they were in Generations 3, 4, and 5, as well as how the experience share works? Just make it a hold item and have the same amount of difficulty. There's no reason for the game to be so easy. Target audience hasn't gotten any younger after all. Also, can we just get rid of the stupid tutorial crap? Game Freak knows that a huge portion of its audience are Pokemon veterans. Or can there at least be an option to not have to sit through someone teaching us something we already know? Or just integrate it into the story arc like they did with Wally and Ralts? Because no offense, Professor Juniper, but I really don't care about that level 2 Patrat you're catching. Just saying. Next. Come on, Squirtle, let's go this way. Nope, there's a tree here. Okay, Tepe, let's go. Oh, no, there's a giant boulder. Hey, Trico, let's go. God freaking damn it, there's a stupid rock in the way. I swear to God, ever since I got HM1 when I was 6, or the seasick old dude on the SS Anne, I've always hated them with a passion. Specifically the really stupid moves that are pretty much useless in battle, like Flash, Cut, Defog, and Rock Smash. And yes, I know that only one of these is still in HM, but either way, it's stupid. As other YouTubers have once said, why can't I use my Pokemon that is literally a sword to whack through a tiny bush? Why do I have to teach my giant bird Jesus how to fly me from place to place? Beats me. Also, can I just point out there's literally no reason for HM moves to be permanent? You could just make it like a TM since they can be used over and over again now anyway. Now that I actually think about it, I wouldn't mind if they were just TMs. Just make it so they aren't forever embedded into a Pokemon's brain. God. Next. Pokemon rivals. Everyone loves them. Whether it's the cynical asshat Blue or the adorable cinnamon roll Wally, everybody's got a favorite. But it seems like that ever since Generation 2, we haven't really gotten a serious rival that truly encapsulates the whole concept of trying to beat you at any cost. They're all becoming increasingly more friendly-ish, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I do like the dynamic between May and Brendan and the fact that Bianca and Sharon are total opposites but still your best friends. But after X and Y, that trend is starting to get old. Serena and Caleb were jokes when it came to being rivals, and you only had to battle the other 3 like what, 3 times tops? The whole friend thing is losing its charm a bit. In my opinion, if I were to create a rival for Generation 7, it'd be a girl. Not like May or Serena, but one that could actually put up a decent fight, and would be your rival regardless of whether you're playing as a girl or a boy. Normally, I usually don't care what gender a character there is, as long as they're a good character, but I want the concept of a she's a total bitch rival to be explored so badly because it doesn't come up often in Pokemon games. As for guys that are asshats, we've already kinda got Blue and Silver, but I feel like Game Freak can go above and beyond that, because nothing gets my blood boiling more than a snooty girl who thinks she's the greatest thing and goes around calling everyone down. Of course, she'd have to have some redeeming qualities, and eventually her character arc would lead to some sort of development, but she would still remain a worthy opponent. Basically, I want Last Tiana from Ho in the Land of Abundance. 10 out of 10. Would shamelessly promote my own fanfiction again. Next. Okay, let's be honest here. Pokemon storylines have never been the greatest and most in-depth things in the world. I mean, the most in-depth one we have is Black and White, and the plot twist of Ghetsis being evil was like the most obvious thing ever. When I first played through the game, I was like, we weren't supposed to know that, but I digress. We all know that Game Freak isn't incapable of creating great characters and heart-wrenching moments. They've made us feel like the fate of the world is in our hands and that we're the hero, so why can't we get all of those in one game? For the number one thing that I want in Pokemon Sun and Moon, it's a great storyline. I want to feel like the world is at stake the same way I did when the player saved the world from Groudon and Kyogre's wrath. I want every rival and gym leader to feel like they're living, breathing, relatable characters like I did in Unova. I want to be as moved as I was by AZ's and Liquor stories in Kalos. To have all of these great elements wrapped up into one game would be the greatest thing. A Pokemon game that people could truly get invested in and would be fun to play while still presenting a challenge. And all of these things would create one of the best, if not the greatest, Pokemon game yet. And that's what I want for Pokemon Sun and Moon. This beloved series has been around for 20 years, and here's to 20 more. And there you all have it, the top 5 things I want in Pokemon Sun and Moon. No spoilers edition. There's not going to be a spoilers edition, but you know, whatever. Also, I think the comment section for this video is going to be disabled. Not because I'm afraid of nasty comments, because let's face it, I'm mean and I really don't care. But I want to avoid spoilers at all costs. So if that means disabling the comment section and not getting any comments, I will accept that. Because I have not played through Pokemon game completely blindly since like Generation 1. So, anyway, if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe because there will be more like it in the future. Not necessarily, you know, what I want for blah 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 blah, but top 5s are cool. So I will smell you later. Still waiting for another Red and Blue remake.